Hey everyone, it's John from Press Play Pulse. I hope you're all having an awesome day. Let's dive into today's gaming stories, starting with some smaller updates and working our way up to the big headlines. Stick around, you don't want to miss what's coming at the end. First up, Intel's Battlemage GPUs are almost here. According to video cards, Intel is set to announce their Arc B580 and B570 graphics cards on December 3rd, with a launch planned for the 12th. Now, don't expect these cards to rival the heavyweights from Nvidia or AMD. Early leaks suggest the B580 will have fewer cores and less memory than even some of Intel's older cards. But, and this is a big but, it looks like they might offer solid bang for your buck. A retailer leak hints at a price of just $250 for the Arc B580 limited edition. That's a tempting proposition for gamers on a budget. The specs? We're talking 20 Xe2 cores, a 2.8 GHz clock speed, and 12 gigs of GDDR6 memory. It's not groundbreaking, but hey, it might shake up the lower-end market. After all, affordable GPUs have been in short supply lately. Let's hope this one lives up to the hype. Next up, OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, is facing a massive lawsuit from some of Canada's biggest media outlets. The likes of The Globe and Mail and CBC Radio Canada are accusing OpenAI of using their journalism without permission to train its AI models. The lawsuit isn't small potatoes, they're asking for up to 20,000 Canadian dollars per article. If they win, OpenAI could be looking at billions in damages. This isn't the first time OpenAI has been in hot water over copyright, and it's unlikely to be the last. It's an important issue, especially for journalism, which has already faced its fair share of challenges in the digital age, but it also raises questions about how AI companies should responsibly source their data. We'll be keeping an eye on this one. It could have big implications for the tech industry. Moving on, let's check in on Star Citizen. The game has now raised a staggering $750 million through crowdfunding since its campaign started in 2012. That's nearly $1 billion, and yet, here we are, over a decade later, still waiting for a full release. But it's not all smooth sailing. Rumors are swirling that developer Cloud Imperium Games is laying off staff, despite all that funding. Insider reports even suggest some employees were forced to work 7-day weeks leading up to the game's recent CitizenCon event. It's a bit wild when you think about it. How does a game with that much money still feel so far from completion? If you're a Star Citizen backer, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this game will ever reach 1.0? Or is it destined to stay in development limbo? Here's one for the retro gamers. Traysia, a lesser-known JRPG originally released on the Sega Genesis in 1992, is making a comeback with a brand new physical release next year. This isn't just a simple reprint. The new edition features a fresh English localization, a Spanish translation, and collectible extras like high-res artwork by Mahiro Maeda, known for Neon Genesis Evangelion and Nausicaa. If you're a fan of retro gaming music, you're in for a treat. The soundtrack comes from Shinobu Ogawa, the composer behind the Valis series, promising a nostalgic trip for longtime fans. The special edition even includes a replica of the memento Traysia gives to Roy, the game's protagonist. It's a cool nod to the game's story. Pre-orders are open now for €70, with a release expected in May 2025. It's great to see more love for retro games, especially ones that might have flown under the radar back in the day. Anyone planning to add this one to their collection? And finally, some exciting news for Lies of P fans. Neowiz has confirmed that DLC for the game is coming in the first quarter of 2025. While details are scarce, concept art suggests some intriguing locations, like a shipwreck and a mysterious industrial facility, but that's not all. Neowiz also announced they're working on a brand new IP, a sci-fi survival horror game inspired by Dead Space. If Lies of P is anything to go by, this new project could be something special. If you haven't played Lies of P, it's a Souls-like with a dark twist on Pinocchio. It's been a huge success, selling over 1 million copies in its first month, and it's clear Neowiz isn't slowing down. I'm excited to see where they go next. That's it for today's Press Play Pulse. Which story are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming news and updates. Until next time, I'm John, and I'll see you in the next video.